Hey, what's good? My name is Cynthia Loren, and I'm a yoga teacher, and I teach law of attraction. So here are some simple ways to raise your vibration so you can live the life of your dream. Let's go. So a couple of things, let's go back a little esoteric, is that we're all vibrational beings. Even plant, metal, anything, there's a frequency to it. And we vibrate at different rate. Think about each of us as different radio signals. So if you want to tune into 95.6 FM, you need to actually tune into that so then you guys are on the same frequency so you guys can listen to it, right? So actually your dream life is right here, right at this moment. Quantum physics have shown that there's different parallel universes, right? And each of the timeline is actually on top of each other. And by shifting your beliefs, you actually shift your timeline. And how do you do that? I'll teach you step by step, and there'll be more video coming too. So the first step is to actually change your action. Change your beliefs, and then change your actions, such as your habits. So this is going to be a very simple video, so I'm not going to go into details of things, but you must change the daily habits that is putting you into a low vibrational state, habits such as drinking, smoking, anything that pulls your bodily vibration down to a state where it keeps needing to repair itself. It would have no choice but to concentrate on repairing your body versus raising your vibration. It's not so much about what we need to do, it's what we need to unlearn or undo that will raise our vibration. Think about it this way, like a helium balloon, right? What do we need to do to make it rise up to the air? We really don't need to do that much except the hand that is on top of the helium balloon. If we stop putting the hand on top, all we have to do is remove it. The helium balloon would just naturally rise up towards the sky. We really don't have to do that much. I'm concentrating on the unlearning. There's something called reverse engineering. So versus thinking of what we need to do to raise the vibration is what we actually need to take away. Secondly, is to let go. If you're so rigid into thinking, if I do this, this will happen, if I do this, you make yourself into a fixed reality where if you keep thinking it is a fixed reality, the reality will show you, have no choice but to show you that way, right? So law of attraction is about attracting things. Whether you want it or not, you are attracting. Either you can be attracting abundance or attracting the attraction of lack. That is also an attraction. So many people think that if I want something, let's say I want to live the life of my dream, I need to push so hard, I need to work so hard. But by thinking that you want it so bad and you need to push it so hard, it becomes not natural. So it's kind of weird things to happen for you if it's not natural. You need to feel as if you already got there. You need to have that feeling inside of you that you're already there. So live as if you're already there. But don't live as it is, that it happened already. So play that end game where you're like, well, it happened already. Rather or not it happened, I'm still happy because I have that feeling inside of me. Let's say I'm an actor, and instead of thinking, I really want this part, think about it as, I already got the part. So all I need to do is match it up. I already got the part. Rather or not in this reality I get it or not, it doesn't really matter because I already feel it. And when you already feel it, you think it's natural, the universe has no choice but to match up your physical reality with your mental, whatever is going on inside, right? The whole game of this life is to become the creator ourselves. That's why it's called spiritual awakening. Why is it awakening? Because you're awakened from the matrix which we're in. The way we play this game is when we come into this reality, we go through something called the veil of forgetfulness and we unlearn, we forget everything. Why is that? Think about it. We're infinite divine being, right? We can manifest anything just like that. But it's not so fun, really. And in order to experience this world, which yoga calls Maya, which is illusion, we need a physical body with the 5 senses. Well, there's actually 6 and more senses, but with the 5 senses, you can taste, you can smell, you can touch. But without that physical being, this body, you can't feel these things. You can't touch things, So we agree that everything is an agreement, right? We agree from this beginning of this human experience to forget everything. That's what's called a veil of forgetfulness. And as you come into self-realization, the veil is more and more opened. So instead of wearing a mask, we're not wearing a mask anymore. We can actually see. So the third thing to raise your vibration is meditation. You must meditate. Even sit and just concentrate on your breathing. What that does is it removes the resistance. Because for that 5 to 10 minutes, because you're only sitting and you're concentrating on your breathing, and if your mind wanders, don't control it, let it go. The more you try to control it, the more it's like, think about the mind as a spoiled child. The more you try to control that small child, the more the child is going to retaliate. He or she is going to like argue with you and everything. Instead, replace whatever the child wants with something else. It distracts them from whatever originally that they're arguing for or wanting. So you remove the resistance and you skew it your way. So the mind will produce thought unless we are the master of it. And to begin to master your mind, you need to sit and concentrate on the breathing. And what if you say, well, you know, it really is going to a point where it's driving me insane, all the thoughts are coming, it's super negative. What you do is you do the counting technique. So when you breathe in, imagine you count inside of yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When you breathe out, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep repeating this. Your mind won't go anywhere because your mind can only focus on one thing at one time, right? And the mind is a factory. It will produce unless there's a manager up there that's telling it what to produce, or else it will just produce because it's the job. And it's actually doing you a good deal too, because then you don't have to think about it that much when you are actually counting. Think about it. When you're doing mathematics, if somebody just asks you something, let's say you're counting, right? 5 plus 10 minus 2 and all that stuff. If suddenly you get distracted, you lose count of it, and then you have to start all over again. So when you start counting, your mind is only at that one place unless it gets distracted. But if you focus on it and you keep trying, you will get there. But don't try super hard. Just make it super easy, and that's it. The number 4 things to raise your vibration is to get away from negative people that are stunting your growth. If someone is causing you great discomfort, they're being very negative, don't think about this negative people. I want to stress that, not stress. I want to talk about that in another video. But know that if somebody's pulling down your vibration, you're trying to raise your vibration. Other people, it's like, oh, come on, just drink with me, just smoke with me or something. And it's really tempting you. You need to pull yourself away from these people for a little bit until you can hone your energy, and then you can hang out with them again. But you won't feel right doing the same thing. I can tell you from experience. You just won't feel right doing the same thing because you're not at that level as they are. Not that high or low or whatever. It's just the frequency doesn't match. You tuned yourself into 93.5 FM and the other people are at 101 FM. So it's not really in the same frequency. And 5th is actually using sound therapy. So what I got here is a Tibetan bowl. So you hear the sound? What that does is it breaks up stagnant energy. So anytime you feel kind of down, kind of like, oh, I don't know what's up with that, clap. You can clap. If you don't have a Tibetan bowl, you can clap. Because according to yoga, there's a lot of energy points on your hand, and when you clap and raise it up to the ceiling, you actually become like a transmitter of sort. That you're getting the positive energy is throwing through you. Number 5 is chanting the seed sound Om. Om is a universal sound, and when you channel it, when you chant it, instead of just thinking, just like Brahman and God and all that stuff, when you chant Om, you actually invoke the creator within yourself. The universe flows through you, through source. And it's not just Om, it's Om. You see how that like opens the mouth and then it closes? Because these are the syllables that is existing in every language and in every word. The Om. So it's actually A-U-M. People spell it O-M, but it's actually A-U-M is how it's spelled. So these are a couple of techniques you can use to begin to raise your vibration. There's many other stuff too. I'm going to make many other videos. But this is the basic of it. So namaste, meditate, breathe, and I'll see you on the other video. Thank you.